bookworms and constant readers? Welcome back to Final Girl Horror. I'm your host, Chelsea. Today, I finally finished it. We are going to do a final review of Victor Hugo's Les Miserables. Just like all reviews, let's start out with the cover. I have 5 different versions of this book. I have a Kindle version, and then I have the 4 versions I'm going to show you. So, this is the Penguin Classic. It came to me from Amazon, tore up like this. I was quite pissed. But I like the Penguin Classic version. I like how when you put your Penguin Classics on a shelf, all the spines match. I totally dig this cover. I would give this cover a 4 out of 5. Alright. The next one, this is the copy I read the most, along with my Kindle. If I was going somewhere, I took the Kindle because this book is massive. This is the Penguin Classics Deluxe. These illustrations are by Robert Toombs. This is a beautiful copy. It's got the deckled pages. It's got the French flaps. And then, I think my most favorite version I have is, and I would give the deluxe edition a 5 out of 5 when it comes to covers. This is another 5 out of 5. This is the Barnes & Noble Leather-Bound Classics edition. Now, the 3 books that I've just shown you, they are all translated by Christine Doniger. This is my favorite. I wanted a different translation. So when I go back and reread this book, just to see how different they are, if there's any like glaring translation differences. So I bought this one on a recommendation from another YouTuber who does a lot of classic books. I do not remember his name. If I can remember it, I'll put the link to his channel down in the comments. And this is the Signet Classic version. And this one is translated by Lee Faunstock and Norman McAfee, and it's based on the classic 19th century Charles E. Wilbur translation. I don't know if there is a difference. Like I said, I will probably wait a year or so before I read this again because it is such a long book. It took me 2 years to read this book. I started it, if you look on my Goodreads, May 3rd of 2023, and I finished it just a few days ago, like on the 12th of 2025. So it took me over 2 years. But I didn't read it constantly day after day. I read other books in between. So it was like every other day I would read it. Some days I would read it like multiple days in a row. But it's like I always tell you, it doesn't matter how fast you read. Just as long as you finish the book. That's all that matters. So, what is this book about? Well, it's about life, it's about love, it's about redemption, it's about the things that are wrong with society, the inequities in society. It's about war, remembrance. It's about so many things. Let me read you what they say about it on the Penguin Classics. Les Miserables, or The Wretched, is Victor Hugo's epic novel of redemption, sacrifice, love, and suffering. It tells the story of ex-convict Jean Valjean, who has spent 19 brutal years in chains after stealing a loaf of bread. Saved by an act of Christian charity, he is then offered a chance of happiness when he encounters the downtrodden Fantine and vows to rescue her daughter Cosette, but is constantly pursued by the policeman Javert, who will not let him escape his past. An instant bestseller on publication in 1862, Les Miserables weaves together individual stories and real-life historical events to create a rich, imaginative drama of human life. And that is, I think, a perfect description. There is a huge cast of characters in this book. But with all those characters, it really just boils down to a handful of main characters. You have Jean Valjean, you have Cosette, Cosette's love interest, Marius Pontmercy, you have the policeman, Javert. Everybody else are kind of secondary characters. A lot of people in this story die. And that's what this story is about. It is about the redemption of Jean Valjean. He is given such a harsh sentence because he stole a loaf of bread to feed his sister's kids. Then he tried to escape and he was caught and he was given an even harsher sentence. And when he gets out, he's given these papers that basically mark him as a convict, and nobody will have anything to do with him because of his papers. He can't get a room to sleep in. He can't get a meal to eat. And he's basically one of the wretched. One of the people that society deems unnecessary to care about. And he has this encounter with this priest who lies for him and basically tells him, you know, I have bought your life. You need to do better. And the rest of the story is how he does better. It follows his entire life. You learn about Cosette. He makes this promise to her mother that I'm going to rescue her. And then he spends the rest of his life like catering to her every need, her every want. Then she's married, and he goes through like this self like punishment. He confesses his story to her husband, and her husband like wants nothing to do with him. And it becomes this big thing, and he has to go through this redemption once again. It's a fascinating story, an amazing read. I totally get why people have told me this is the greatest novel ever written. I would totally go there. This is like the greatest novel ever written. I wanted to read it for years. People have recommended this to me for years. Like they've asked, have you read, Les Miserables? Like, never read it. Like, oh my God, you've got to read it. I finally read it. Now I'm telling you, oh my God, you have to read it. So let me know in the comments. Have you read this book? Did you like it? What did you think about it? The ending, it will make you cry. Did the ending make you cry? Give this video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. Hit the bell symbol so you know when new videos come out. The movie reviews, I try and put them out every week, maybe twice a week. There's no really set schedule for those. Book reviews, I try for every 2 weeks at 12 a.m. Central Time on Saturdays. That's all I got for you in this one. Till next time, read more books.